All right, as you may or may not know, the Magical Express, which was the free transportation from the Orlando airport to your Walt Disney World Resort Hotel, no longer exists. There are a couple companies who have taken over. One is the Sunshine Flyer, and the others is Mears Connect. And of course, you can also use Uber, one of those services. The sign here says Magical Express still when we were there. We got there in February. February 2nd, I believe, was our arrival date, which was the second day that the Sunshine Flyer had been in operation. We tried to call to try out the Sunshine Flyer right away, but because you have to book 4 days in advance, we couldn't get on, and I wanted to see how day one went before we tried to make the opportunity to make a reservation. So, long story short, Mears Connect is the company who used to do Magical Express, but they're doing it on their own. Sunshine Flyer is sort of this new startup. And so to get to our resort hotel, I wanted to compare the two because we couldn't do the Sunshine Flyer right off the bat. So we took Mears Connect. They separate you by where you're going. We got some nice, swag, some Mears Connect glasses for all of us. And for our very first night, we were just staying at Riverside. And they had us move over to this bus where we were going to go over to Riverside and a couple other resorts. We got onto the bus, we sat down, it was pretty much just us. And then eventually a manager came onto the bus and said, come with us. And instead what they did was they got us single transportation for just our family of 4 directly to Riverside. Mears Connect charges you $16 per adult one way, $13.50 for kids one way. Round trip is, I think, $32 and $27 round trip for kids. It was okay that we got to go in this, separate vehicle, but, it's kind of like a crazy driver. And, it didn't really have like that magical experience that we remembered from the Magical Express. Still got to see those purple signs, though. So, it was sufficient. They committed to getting us to our resort hotel within the time window and when our flight arrived. So I have no real complaints about Mears Connect, but I was really enthusiastic to want to try the Sunshine Flyer because it seems like they're trying to go with that whole theming thing, which, ties into the Walt Disney World experience. So Mears Connect was fine. They know what they're doing, and they do that because they did the Magical Express for all those years. We did find out that, one of these smaller vehicles, which is sort of like, it's not the standard service, there's a more premium service that guarantees you, certain things to get there. The manager says it's not like super exclusive or necessarily worth the extra money. It might be better to just go with the standard service for Mears Connect. Here's we are at Riverside. Stayed at Riverside. Then we moved over to the Polynesian Resort for a couple days, and then we wrapped up our vacation. We're a couple days over at the Beach Club. So here we are at the Beach Club, and the cool thing about the Sunshine Flyer is that the side of the buses are all themed to be, locomotives or trains from, it's not quite the turn of the century, but maybe like, the 30s or 40s. So that feels very Disney. This was our locomotive that came to pick us up. One of the things I was a little disappointed in was the guy wasn't dressed up as a conductor or an engineer, which is one of the things that they said that they would do. Now, I have to tell you, these buses are really nice. I don't know if these are refurbed or anything, but everything felt very clean and had all the basic bus amenities that you would expect. There is a bathroom all the way in the back. Sorry, you don't get a tour of that part. We stopped at a couple resorts along the way. I think we stopped at where did we stop at? Riviera and some other resort. They got the cup holder here. They have the adjustable armrest that can go up and down. That was pretty good. You can recline your seat all the way back. And of course they have the air vents and the reading lights if you were to be, traveling back at night. One of the bummers was Is that Port Orleans? I can't really see. The bummer was because they had the wrapping of the bus on the outside, you can't get any real good pictures of the other resorts. Oh, they have the power charger underneath the seat. I mean, that's great. If you just came off of a flight and your phone's barely dead, you can charge the entire ride back to your resort.
We're now going to be on our way to Orlando International Airport. Ride time should be about 25 to 35 minutes. Sit back, relax, and I'll make sure we get there safely.
Welcome aboard the Sunshine Flyer. We're delighted to have you as our guests. Your safety and comfort are of the utmost importance to us, so we appreciate your attention as we share some important safety instructions. You can store your carry-on items in the overhead bins or under your seat. Please do not place items in the aisle. Items in the overhead bin may shift during the trip, so please exercise caution if you need to retrieve items while the motor coach is in motion. We ask that throughout your trip you remain seated. If you must stand while the motor coach is in motion, support yourself with the seat backs, hand grips, or overhead supports to prevent falling. The Sunshine Flyer motor coach is equipped with 3-point safety belts. To use the seat belt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle. To release the seat belt, just press the latch. We highly recommend that you wear the seat belts throughout your trip. For your comfort, the seat back reclines, and controls are located on the side of your seat. Reading lights for each passenger are directly above your seat. The restroom is located in the rear of the motor coach. When in the restroom, please latch the door to ensure privacy. Federal law prohibits smoking on the motor coach. While the motor coach is in motion, please stay behind the line at the front of the bus. In the event of an emergency, please remain calm and listen to the driver's instructions. This motor coach has numerous emergency exits, which include the front door, exit windows that are designated with a red latch, as well as the roof vents. Thank you for traveling with the Sunshine Flyer. We hope you enjoy your trip.
So, that's their little spiel. They play videos all the way with the audio off to and from the airport and the resorts. There's a total of maybe 10 or 12 people total on the bus, so everyone could sit sort of far apart from each other and all had our own sort of zones. Now, cost for this it's $17 one way, so it's $1 more than the Mears Connect, and children is $1 less, $12.50 one way. Round trip is $34 for adults, $25 for kids. Here's an example of the other thing. And there's the people wearing the clothes I wanted to see, the engineer and the conductor. And, of course, I didn't get the free little hats that they have for kids, the little conductor hats. But I definitely recommend Sunshine Flyer.